I know that I'm not the only one that has had so much guilt with taking time off of the gym. And it's not just that, it's also the feeling of lack of worthiness and maybe not feeling good about yourself. And there's so much judgment in taking time off of the gym. A certified peer support specialist. I talk about mental health, my ideas, my experience, my training, and concepts and ideas about mental health and bringing awareness and advocacy and emotional support to everyone out there. So as you can see, I'm here, I'm on vacation. It's a beautiful day out. I actually hope that you guys pick up on the chirping sounds. It is so beautiful. And for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you know that I just came back from a workout. And what I want to talk about today is the guilt that I've had, and I know that I'm not the only one that has had so much guilt with taking time off of the gym. And it's not just that, it's also the feeling of lack of worthiness and maybe not feeling good about yourself. And there's so much judgment in taking time off of the gym. So I want to address that today. I want to start by saying that, first of all, I did just come from workout, but I've been away since Wednesday, and today is Sunday. So this is the first time in all my years of working out, which is at least 15 years, that I actually took off of any time at the gym we had a lot of walking because of where we're at, but I didn't step into a gym or do a workout in my room or anything like that for the first time in all these years. And I'm smiling because I'm actually proud of myself. It took a lot of mental work to get here because there's a few reasons. I think, first of all, there's a lot of fear when you have a routine and you change from that routine, especially with the way people eat and the way people move their body or work out. I think people fear losing muscle mass, gaining weight, having their body change. So that's first of all. For me, I think it's more the natural endorphins that come from working out. It definitely helps, and I'm prone to feeling down or feeling depressed at times. So that is definitely a huge piece for me. And the other thing I wanted to say is a sensitivity to routine. So I know that I'm very sensitive, and there's a certain rigidity in having my routine and having a hard time with any changes. So anytime there's any changes, I feel discombobulated, and I don't like how it feels. So in order to maintain that feeling of safety and security, I like to keep my routine. And somehow when I know, I get up in the morning and I, eat my regular way that I'm used to, or I do my workout, there's a certain sense of security and calmness when I go to bed, and I know that I did the things that I'm familiar with. So the work that I did in the mental health area where I worked on, trauma responses and traumatic responses to life in general, moved away from a lot of that black and white thinking to a lot more of the gray thinking and a lot of acceptance and less judgment and more grace and more forgiveness. One of the things that came along with that was being okay with discomfort, being okay with uncomfortable feelings. And part of that, in this case, let's say, is being able to have a change in routine and be okay with it. So I want to acknowledge it. And I want to also say and normalize that it did take a lot of time to work on, and a lot of time it was a lot of other areas of personal acceptance and personal growth that ended up coming out in this area as well. Okay, now having said all that, I do want to acknowledge that, something like working out can also be extremely helpful. Where today we've been delayed. Our flight got canceled. There's snow in New York, and we had to stay another day. And there was some frustration in that. I don't know, again, back to having a hard time with changes, rewiring in my head that, we have to stay another day and figure it out. It was kind of like we did everything we wanted to do until now, and now I was just ready to go. So something like doing a workout was actually extremely helpful for me today, where I didn't have that much to do and I got to move my body and feel good. So it really comes down to finding that balance and bringing in that grace and understanding to ourselves and starting to see it show up in every aspect of our lives. And again, like I said before, it's so much mental work in other areas, and then you start to see it show up in these other areas of your life. So I hope that you guys find this helpful. If anyone has anything else to share on this topic, I would love to hear it. This was basically my perspective of it.